Hi, namaste. So today we are doing the second of the videos for using yoga practices to work with mental health populations. Last week we talked about the importance of actually bringing the breath down into the lower lungs, specifically when using ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath happens to be probably my favorite of all yogic practices. If somebody said to me, okay, you can only have one yoga practice and that's the only one you can ever do, what would it be? I would choose ujjayi. Now, there are a lot of distinctions in terms of how you teach ujjayi in a gradual, marked way to somebody with a mental health condition in order to help to maximize the benefits. Now, before I get into that, I just want to explain why ujjayi breath, at least briefly, is so important for me and why I love this breath so much. So first of all, this sounds phenomenal. It sounds like the ocean and it really helps to focus and to concentrate. Additionally, that control of breath from the nose downwards through the trachea into the lungs actually activates sensory bodies within the lungs in a very particular, controlled, consistent way. And when you do that, the feedback that you get from the lungs, whether you're doing that on the inhale or the exhale, the feedback that you get from the lungs to the brain indicates to the brain that we are safe. Likewise, when we breathe in a slow and controlled manner like that, that also indicates to the brain that we are well. So that being said, classically when we practice ujjayi, we do it on the inhale and we do it on the exhale. And that's great, right? When we inhale the ujjayi breath, we're bringing energy to the body, creating heat, and in so doing, we're supporting flexibility. And classical yogic scriptures will say that we're also helping to burn tapas, and I believe that. On the exhalation, though, because that's a less active process, we're letting go of tension and energy. Now, a few years ago, myself, my colleague Vinu Gargal, and a very eminent researcher, Dr. Luciano Bernardi, at the University of Pavia, became very interested in ujjayi breathing and the effects upon people who had not done it before. And what we found is that when you engage in ujjayi breath on the inhalation, it gives rise to a less calming effect than when you just do it on the exhalation. And that is because newbies tend to do this. They really pull in the air. Now, if you're not stressed out, that just may feel like a kind of forceful phenomenon. But if you're already stressed out and you breathe in a more rapid way, as we do when we're stressed, anxious, or depressed, and then you add that element, you just make it worse. And one of the things at the very beginning of my yoga therapy career that I would often hear is, I kind of like that ujjayi breath, but it's making me lightheaded and it's making my shoulders feel a little bit stressed and also the muscles of the neck. These muscles, by the way, are called our accessory muscles. And that's because it takes time to learn to engage a breath like that in a non-stressful fashion. So, to maximize the phenomenal benefit of ujjayi breath for those with mental health conditions at the beginning of their yogic journey, only teach it on the exhalation. And later, when they gain greater ease, when they're able to breathe in a way that's subtle and calm, then you can also include the ujjayi breath on the inhalation. And when you bring both together and you're a more advanced practitioner, the dual feedback has actually been shown to create this kind of reverse mechanism from the brain back to the heart and the rest of the body, inducing even more calm. But that's a higher step along the staircase of practice. So that's the tip for today. Start your classes for people that are stressed and anxious, just doing ujjayi breath on the exhale. And do ujjayi. Its benefit is great. Have a lovely day. Namaste.